Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for your support towards my last video. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for staying with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. As you guys know, I haven't trimmed my brows in a while, so I'm just going to outline what I have there, then I'll just correct and highlight. So I'm just trying to locate my brow bone and just outlining the lower and the upper brow. Then I fill in lightly. Once I fill in, I just start brushing it immediately, just to make sure and ensure that the pencil gets to everywhere and makes the brow look as flawless as possible. So I'm just going to fill in and brush. I'm going to continue constantly do that, and when I'm also drawing the other brow, I'm going to also do the same thing. Then now I'm going to be highlighting with my concealer. I'm using LA Girl concealer in Fun. I forgot to show that, but I'm using LA Girl concealer in Fun, and I'm also using a angle brush to highlight. I'm currently correcting. If you notice how gently I am going with how I'm correcting, I'm also trying to cover some of the hair that has outgrown on my brow. I'm going to extend it forward as well, and I'm just going to blend it in. So I've corrected and I've also highlighted the brow just to make sure that the brow stands out. Then I brush to blend it in properly. I'm just trying to blend the concealer into my eye space properly. I would also use a bit of powder just to make it look so that there are no ash lines of the concealer left in my eye region. Sometimes you notice ash lines when you finish doing concealing your brow, so the blending with the powder is just to cover those ash lines and make the brow look as flawless as possible. I'm using my classic powder. I think I'm using the shade Ebony in the powder palette for this portion. Then to highlight the top of my brow, I'm going to be using foundation, my shade. You could use a concealer, a darker concealer shade, but I'm using my foundation. I'm using a Juvia's Place foundation in Togo for the top of my brows. Please always ensure to clean your brushes. If you're using one brush for two things, so like I did with this one, I had to clean the brush first before using it to apply my foundation, just to ensure that the colors don't mix up together, because I'm really looking forward to having a very flawless brow, and that's what I've achieved now. So I'm just trying to blend in my foundation and concealer very well, so I don't have ash lines of the concealer and the foundation left. And I'm also trying to brush the head of my brow just to make sure it's flawless at the in the front part, so that it doesn't look like a box. Then for my eye, I'm using LA Girl eyeshadow primer. You guys know I'm a huge fan of LA Girl, so I'm using their eyeshadow primer now on all the regions of my eye, and I'm also going to blend with a brush. So I'm using a blending brush. I can't remember the exact name of that brush, but it's a blending brush I got a few months back, and I'm just using it to blend the primer into the eye space gently. I'm ensuring not to allow it extend to my brow, but it extends to my brow bone. So I'm just blending it, and whenever it creases, I just use the brush again to blend over, just to make sure that the primer is not creasing in the eye space. Then for the first eyeshadow I'm using my Huda Beauty, sorry. So I'm using this kind of brown color in the Huda Beauty shade. It's in between brown orange kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to that undertone in the look I want to create today. So that's why I'm just going to use it first. I'm using it in my eye crease, and I'm just blending to the corners of my eye, to the outer corners of my eye, and I'm ensuring to blend it in properly. So I'm also trying to make sure that the colors are popping and also blending in. So now I'm also going to use another shade, like the yellow shade in that particular palette as well. I'm going to use at the top of the first eyeshadow that I used, the first eyeshadow color that I used. Note, the Huda Beauty don't have names on the eyeshadow, so I just have to say it the way the colors look. So this is like a yellow color, so I'm using it on top. I'm also ensuring to clean my brush as I use all of this process. Then I'm using House of Tara. I'm using one of the blue shade, the light blue shade in that palette. That's Margaret Ekpo palette. So I'm just going to use that same blending brush brush a lot because of how the kind of finishing it gives when you use it to apply eyeshadow. So I'm just going in with the blue, like I said earlier, from my House of Tara Margaret Apple. So I'm just going to use it on the eye crease and the outer corners of my eyes, as you can see. So I'm going in with another blending brush, just to ensure that the colors go in the way I want. You guys can see how these colors are complementing each other. Now I'm going in with my Juvia Place Cosmetics shade Yesterday. It's a bit of purple and has an undertone of blue to me. So, and because I'm trying to create a kind of blue eye look, I just had to use it as like my deep blue color. So I'm tapping it with a eyeshadow brush or an eyeshadow brush, and I'm also going to go in with another blending brush just to make sure that the colors blend in properly. So this is me blending now with a blending brush. So I'm just going over the eye crease to the outer corners of my eyes, just to give my eye this kind of bold look and all. So I'm also trying to extend that eyeshadow to the upper part of my eye. Then I'm going to use this black shade in Meet Matte. I don't know if you guys know that particular eyeshadow. Then I tap it first in to my eye crease, and then I'll now blend with my blending brush like I've done with previous colors that I've applied. At least the last two colors that I've applied, this is the technique I've used. Apply first, then I just blend in. So I'm also ensuring to extend it to the upper part of the eye where I've already applied my transition colors in the past. Then I'm going to be going in now with that very light shade that I used from my Margaret Apple initially. So what I did basically, and I didn't show in this video, is the fact that I kind of cut my crease a bit. I wasn't looking for something deep like my previous makeup video. No, I just wanted something that would make the color pop out, and that's why I actually used a primer again, not because I wanted to cut the crease or anything. No, that's not what I was trying to achieve. So now I'm going in with that same blue shade I used, the light blue shade I used from my Margaret Apple House of Tara palette. I'm going to use it to form like an halo shape on the eye region. So I'm using it at the outer corner of my eyes and the inner corners of my eyes, and I'm just ensuring to apply gently. So you can see how I'm tapping bit by bit. So I'm just going to tap and just leave a middle space for this new eyeshadow color that I'm taking from another Juvia's Place palette. So I'm going to put the name of this particular blue eyeshadow in the description box. So the only difference between this blue shade and the ones that I use from Margaret Apple is the fact that this one has shimmer, so it's a bit shiny, and that's what I was trying to give this shiny blue look, and I think I was able to achieve that. So if you guys can see, it has a bit of shimmer, and I'm using a flat eyeshadow brush. So I'm just tapping it gently into that portion of the eye that I had not applied eyeshadow before, and I'm also ensuring to blend it with the other one. I'm going in with my Lutas pigment. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to get this shiny look at that halo space that I left. So I'm just going to apply the pigments at that portion again, just to make it come out, just to make it pop out very well. Then now I'm going in as well again with my Mint Matte. I'm going in with this very would I say brown eyeshadow color. So I'm using it at the inner corners of my eye. You know how this inner corner thing makes the eye look like? Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm also trying to clean up all the other stains at the regions of my eye. Now I'm going to be lining my eyes with my Juvia Place Cosmetics. You guys know I just got a couple of products from Juvia Place, so there's no way I can use it, but there's no other way to do it but to use the product that I have. So I'm going to use it to line my lash line first before I now start lining the eye itself. So I lined the lash line just to cover all the stains, and then line the eye itself. So you guys can see I'm going for a very bold look. My highlighting is pretty bold today, very, very bold. Like, I don't think I've done this in a very long time. Then I'm also going to line the waterline, the underwater line as well. You guys see how I'm going in, like it is going in the waterline. So I'm just going to ensure to make sure that everything is clean and neat. I'm ensuring not to go over with my eyeliner. So that's just it, simple. And I'm going to use mascara to just clean my lashes. Then I'm going to apply my foundation. I'm using Juvia's Place foundation in Togo. That's my shade. And I'm using a foundation brush to apply it today, not my sponge like I always do in my previous video. So I'm just using a brush to apply it today. Just started to change to switch a bit. So that's it. Like I always say, you start from one portion of the face, then you extend to other parts of the face. And that's the same thing I did here. I started from one portion of my face, then I started extending my eyeshadow and blending to the other parts of my face. And that's it. I'm also going to be using Juvia's Place concealer in color 10. I'm going to highlight under my eye, my nose bridge, my chin, and my forehead as well. And I use my sponge to blend. So today I'm using small sponges because there's no reason. Anyways, let's go back to the makeup. So I'm just going to use the damp sponge to blend the concealer to the portion of the face that I want to highlight, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just blending gently. As you guys can see, I'm tapping it gently to the part of my face where I want to highlight. I'm just going gently, and that's it for me. You guys notice I've worn my lashes already. If you want to know how I did my lashes, you can watch my previous video on how to wear false lashes. You would see it in some of my old videos. Then I keep blending. Like I blended this other part, but I didn't show it, so just for you guys to see. And I also want you guys to know that I would be taking out some parts of this video. If I can show one part very well, then I might not be showing the other part, like I did with the eyeshadow and with my brows. So if I show you how to do that part, I won't be showing like the other part, so we don't spend so much time repeating the same thing over and over again. Now I'm contouring my face with Juvia's Place Cosmetics foundation stick. This is Katsina. I feel like I should have gotten another shade darker, but I wasn't sure about the color, so I have just Katsina. And I'm using another sponge. Please note, I'm using another sponge. I'm not using the old sponge that I was using before. So I'm using a new sponge to blend this in. See how the contour is really showing on my nose. So I'm just blending like all the portions of the face that I applied the contour. Then now I'm going in to highlight my face. I'm using my Fenty Beauty hazelnut setting powder. So I'm using the sponge I used to highlight the face, not the one I used to contour my face, to apply this powder. So basically what I'm just doing is I'm just setting the face with this powder, trying to try to blend the concealer into my skin very well and try to give me a very good finish. That's what I'm trying to achieve with this particular method I'm using. So just going to go in gently with it. See how it makes the concealer smooth. That's the kind of finish I'm looking forward to having. So that's how I'm actually doing this method. Sometimes I apply translucent powder later just to bake the face for a while, but I don't think I'll be doing that in this particular makeup tutorial. I hope you guys are enjoying this tutorial. Please, if you are, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe as well. So this method goes to all the portions of the face that I already highlighted: under my eye, my nose bridge, my forehead, my chin. Then to contour my cheek, I'm using my Maybelline powder in cacao. It has a mixture of purple undertone, so it looks like when you apply it, it feels like you're applying a blush and you're also applying a contour. And that's why I really like using this powder as my contour powder. Like, I love using that as my contour powder because of this kind of look that it gives. So I'm also doing the same thing to the other cheek. To the other cheek. I'm just using a contour brush to apply the powder on my cheek as my contour powder. So now I have this contour palette. It's called Ministar Professional Cosmetics. So I'm using that the second shade in that palette to contour the rest of my face, which is my temple, my lower jaw, my jawline, and those part of the face where I contoured, because I didn't want to use the Maybelline because of the colors. Now to finish my highlight, I'm going to be using my classic powder, the light shade in that powder, to also to re-highlight those portions of the face that I already highlighted before. So I'm using an highlight brush. I'm just going to use that brush to touch the powder gently and apply it on my face. Blend blend the first setting powder and the highlight that I've applied initially on the face. So this is just a very simple and easy way to highlight your face and just make your face look perfect and beautiful. And I also ensure to blend. Like, guys, the blending is very, very important. So because I wanted my nose contour to come out very well, I decided to set my nose. So setting my nose, bake my nose, that is leaving the powder there for a while just to make sure it sinks very well. Then I go ahead to use my highlighter, which is also called the Glow. So I'm using a small glow brush. There are different types of glow brushes, but this is a very small one. So basically what I do is I smile to locate my eye cheekbone, because I have cheekbones, and when I locate it, I just apply the glow on my eye cheekbone, my chin, and my forehead. Sometimes I apply my brow bone, but I don't need that today, and the top of my lip as well. So now after I'm done with that, I'm just going to use another blending brush to blend my nose very well, the highlights, the setting powder then I'm going to go in with a chocolate in my classic powder to contour the nose as my contour powder for my nose. Like I stated earlier, that I can't use that Maybelline because of the colors that it has. It's not just brown, it has this very purplish color, so I can't use it to contour my nose. And I like the classic powder because of the fact that it has different powder that can serve different purposes for me. Then now I'm going back to using my glow on my nose bridge, like I did with other parts of the face that I already highlighted. So now for under my eyes, I was also looking forward to giving it a bit of color. I decided to use the first three shades I used for my transition color under my eye. So this is not on my waterline, this is just under my eye. You see the details by the end of this video. So I'm just going to use a very small brush to just apply that to both eye, just to give you this finish, this look, this transition color finish. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to achieve. Yes. So now I have a Beyond Beauty lipstick in color 16. I'm going to use that particular shade to line my lip. I'm using a lip lining brush to do that. I don't want to use my lipstick because I might end up making mistakes, so I decided to just use a lip lining brush to do that. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Please, if you are, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So right now, I'm just lining my lip in whatever way you feel you want to line your lips. I think I'll be doing a tutorial on lining the lips, like just on how to line your lips basically. I'll be doing a tutorial on that very soon. I don't know when, but I will be doing that. For lining the eyes, I've done a tutorial on that. You can check that on my Instagram page. You would see it there. For brows as well, and for false lashes. Guys, I've tried. So so now for the inner part of my lip, I'm going to be using another Beyond Beauty lip gloss or lipstick. I'll put the name of that shade in the description box below, but I think I've used it in my previous video. I totally did not use a blending brush because of the kind of lip I want to achieve. I just pat my lip and do the necessary corrections I need to do. Guys, take a look at your baby girl. See the lips, see the eye. Then now to finish my look, I'm going to be using my powder, my full coverage powder, which is bareMinerals. I think this is Glow 15. This is my exact shade of powder. So I'm using my big powder brush today to just bring everything together. Guys, hey guys, yes, I'm done. I really love this look. I'm in love with it. I wish I could just wear it every day. Like, the finishing is so amazing. I like my lips, I like my eye, which is actually where I wanted to pay attention to, and I love everything coming together. Even with the fact that my brows are not trimmed, they still came out pretty nice. Thank you guys for watching to this point. It shows that you kind of watch my video. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for staying with me. Thank you for your constant support and your love. Really appreciate it. I don't take anything for granted. I hope you guys learned from today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I hope you guys love it as well. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to share. I really appreciate it. And also, if you're new here, please click the subscribe button to get notifications when I post new videos of my amazing looks. So I see you guys again. Stay safe, stay sane, and stay active. Bye.